Alright, so another Dizzy game, of course, and this is Dizzy Panic. So it looks like at some point the price of budget games went up. I think they all used to be $1.99. At some point they increased to $2.99, and later on they became $3.99. This is a game that I have as part of the Dizzy's Excellent Adventures box set, but we have it as a separate game as well. So I have a feeling that this was released before it was put on that compilation. Truth be told, this isn't a great game. It's a nice picture though. At this point, Dizzy was becoming quite a big franchise and he was getting a lot of spin-off mini-games. So it says Dizzy Panic there, and it says Dizzy Panic on the cassette. I think the game is called Panic Dizzy. So I'm going to get my Amstrad out and take a look. Another fairly minimalistic title screen. Well, that's quite a nice logo there, actually. And this one was programmed by Big Red Software, who did a few Dizzy games. So I think this game is a little bit self-explanatory. It's a bit obvious to see what you need to do. The maximum amount of shapes you can get through the holes at the same time is 4, and if you do that you'll get a new toy that you see at the bottom there. If you get 3 through at once, then the chutes that drop the shapes out will go back up a little bit, and for 2 or 1 shapes you'll just get points, but you need to keep making sure the chutes rise up because they will slowly drop, and once they reach the bottom you get a game over. And I think actually from about level 4 it seems to be completely impossible to get any further. You might have noticed that the palette's changed slightly. That grey is now orange, which makes the game look very red. So the thing about this game is that it seems to be very workmanlike, because it's a perfectly functional game. It was obviously a budget game, so you know you wouldn't have to expect much from it. It's very simple, but it's just not that good. I've seen a video of it on the Spectrum, and it's exactly the same as this, but a little bit more colourful. And I've got it on the Commodore 64 as well, and it looks a bit cartoonish on that, with nice bright bold colours. It's probably slightly better on those 2 systems. But you know, a weird thing about this, all 3 versions have got completely different music. I don't know why, but this Amstrad version has this tune that plays constantly. Then you've got the ZX Spectrum version that's got different music on the title screen, and then no music in game apart from a little jingle in between levels. And the Commodore 64 has its own thing. You don't see that very often. definitely remember loading this up a few times to play it, so young Andrew definitely didn't hate the game. No, I certainly played it more than Bubble Dizzy or Dizzy Down the Rapids. I wonder how much of that is just because it's a Dizzy game. I mean, I did used to load up quite a lot of games, not necessarily just for the music, but I'd load up something and I'd play through it with cheats on, which sounds terrible, but I was very young back then. In fact, we had a lot of cassette tapes that had basic programs on that we'd typed in from books and magazines and stuff. So I could do a video of some of those one of these days if I find the cassettes wherever they are. So yeah, you can see here at this point there's no turning back. There's absolutely no chance that I was going to get 3 shapes through at the same time. So is that as far as you can possibly get without just choosing a higher level? I don't know. That is a look at Panic Dizzy, or Dizzy Panic, for the Amstrad CPC. It's a perfectly okay game, it's just not that fun. So there you go, that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching.